Welcome to Tech Tip Daily. Today I'll be showing you a few methods you can do to solve your Wi-Fi issues on your Windows 11 computer. Now those issues can stem from either your Wi-Fi icon not showing, having issues connecting to specific networks, or just simply not being able to see the Wi-Fi icon on your screen. Now to begin, one of the simplest things you can do is just go ahead and click the button in the bottom right here and verify that you don't have airplane mode on. That's a simple mistake that some people make sometimes, and that's why you're unable to connect to your network. You can also go ahead and check on your physical laptop in the top left, which is typically F1 or F2, and verify to see whether or not you have a physical button to turn on and off your Wi-Fi. Typically it is the F2 button, so I'd recommend going and checking and pressing that to see if that changes anything for you. The next thing you can do is go down to the search bar and type in Settings. Click the Settings button. Then once in Settings, go to System. And from System, you'll want to scroll down to Troubleshoot. Click Troubleshoot. And then in Troubleshoot, scroll down to Other Troubleshooters. Click that. And then once in the Other Troubleshooter section, what I'd recommend doing is running a diagnostics on your network and internet. Like you'll simply click the Run button, and it's going to basically test and see if there's anything wrong with your network and internet. And then Windows will be able to diagnose that issue and help you solve it. You can also do that on in some cases, you might have a network adapter which you can reset, but in my case, it is literally just network and internet, which would be the diagnostic testing. So you can scroll down and try to find network adapter. If you don't have that, simply run network and internet. Go ahead and test it. And it's basically going to run network tests and then try to solve any issues. So we couldn't run the diagnostic test. You're connected to the internet. We didn't find any problems. So if there were some sort of issue, it would show up here and they'd give you a troubleshooting option on how to fix that. The next option you can do is close this out if nothing else is working and go to Control Panel. Simply type in Control Panel in the search bar. Go to Control Panel. You want to make sure that you have large icons in the top right clicked. Let's open this up larger. And then from there, you want to find Network and Sharing Center. You'll want to click that. Once in here, you're going to want to find the Change Adapter Settings, which is in the top left in my case. It should be on the left for you as well. And then once you're in the network settings, you'll be able to find either your Ethernet connection or your direct Wi-Fi connection, which we have here. Now what you're going to want to do is right-click your Wi-Fi network that we're speaking about and click Disable. Once you do this, your internet will be off fully. And afterwards, I'm not going to do this because we're recording, but you would click Disable. Then afterwards, give it a few seconds. Then right-click again, and you would have the Enable button. By doing that, it'll be able to disable and re-enable your Wi-Fi. And then I'd recommend testing and seeing if that worked. Because just doing that sometimes would be enough to re-enable your Wi-Fi and have you back connected to the internet. If that didn't work, we can go ahead and close down everything. And we're going to go back on the search bar and type in Settings again. Once in Settings, we're going to go back to Network and Internet. We're going to go to Advanced Network Settings at the bottom. Click that. And then you're going to want to do a network reset. So this is basically going to reset all of your network adapters back to their original settings. And if and when you're doing this, you have to remember that you need to have your network password to sign in yet again. So you would click this. Now you'd want to click Reset Now. And then you would click Yes. At that point, it's going to prompt you to restart your computer. And then once your computer is fully restarted and cleared out, you're going to have to go ahead and re-enter your password and find your network the same way you would originally, as if you had never connected to the internet on this computer, on that Wi-Fi network. If that doesn't work, the next method, we can go back down to the search bar and type in Control Panel. From Control Panel, we're going to want to find Network and Sharing Settings. From here, you're going to want to go to Change Adapter Settings. Then once again, you're going to see your Wi-Fi network. You're going to right-click on it and go to Properties. Once in Properties, you're going to see all of these options here. Once in here with all these options, you'll be able to see Internet Protocol version 4, TCP IPv4. You're going to want to double-click that. And what you want to do is make sure that on your computer that you're obtaining an IP address automatically and obtain the DNS server address automatically. Both of these need to be pressed as automatic, like this, and you would press OK. And then in this case, if this didn't help your Wi-Fi issues even at this point, what you can do is what's called a power reset. And the way you do that, it requires you to actually do physical things to your computer. So in the case that you're on a desktop computer, what you would do is turn off your computer fully, shut it down completely. You would unplug the computer from the wall, and then you would hold down the power button for 30 seconds. That would basically be draining the power completely out of the computer. Then afterwards, after the 30 seconds, you'd plug the computer back in and start it up as normal. And at that point, it likely would fix your Wi-Fi issues. In the case that you're dealing with a laptop, you would basically do the exact same things. You would unplug it from the wall if you have your adapter connected. And if it has a detachable battery, you would also detach the battery. But if it doesn't have a detachable battery, that's still fine. You would shut it down, and you would hold the power button for 30 seconds the same way. And at that point, you would also flush out the power once again. And that would likely fix your Wi-Fi issues. So hopefully this helped you guys out, and you're able to connect to your Wi-Fi, and everything's up and running properly. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.